MASN's coverage of the 2023 winter meetings is brought to you by your Baltimore area Toyota dealers. For legendary safety and reliability, choose Toyota, and let's go places.
I think he brings what he does to this team. He is one of the best closers in baseball history at this point. He's still got a lot in the tank, and he had a really solid season last year, and we see a lot of things from a scouting perspective going forward that has us placing a pretty big bet that this guy's going to have a really good season for us. It was the very first conversation that I had with an agent when free agency opened, the first night of the GM meetings, and I just think it was that obvious of a fit. You know, we've got this really great team, great roster that's missing its closer because of injury. We've got a guy that loves pitching leverage innings and closing out games, and he loves winning, and he saw a team that could use him, and so we talked early. Obviously, it was took a while to get the deal and the finances figured out, which is normal. But we had a nice meeting with Craig, with Brandon Hyde, and it was pretty clear that we wanted him and he wanted to come join this Orioles team. And so I think it's a great deal for all sides. I think an important feature for us is, we do have a club option for 2025. So if this turns out to be a good fit, I think that's going to be nice for us. And I think both parties are entering this arrangement with the spirit of this potentially being a 2-year thing. So we're optimistic about it. I feel way more structured when we think about our bullpen now to have Craig in there, and the plan is for him to be the closer, and we're very clear about that when we signed him, and that's what we wanted him to do. That doesn't mean he's not gonna, Brandon's not gonna use him to face the middle of the order in a tie game in the 8th inning, or you know how it goes. But he'll be leading the pack there and from the back end of the bullpen. I think the veteran mentorship factor, I mean, it's not a huge part of why we're doing this, but it's something nice that our young bullpen is lacking. And just all around, he was a priority for us to figure out a deal with him, because we thought it was kind of the right guy at the right time, and the right fit for us.
Any progress on a starter?
Progress in the sense of us gathering a lot of information here, making progress in talks to, not that we're closer to a deal, but that have a more refined understanding of what the possibilities of the deals are right now, and just kind of moving the football down the field a couple yards at a time. Which sounds pretty mundane, but it's honestly a lot of work in this business to do that. A lot of conversations. You're checking with agents, you're checking with teams, you're going back and forth. It's a big puzzle that you're trying to put together, and the winter meetings help with that. But I think having Kimbrel signed now, an official, we could still bolster our bullpen with trades or free agent signings, and we'll be continuing to explore that. But it definitely puts us in a mindset of a little more comfort with what we have there. And, as we have done this winter meetings, after knowing that we had Kimbrel done on Monday night before his physical, which was today, that we're able to turn our attention to this vast starting pitching market of possibilities and chip away at those conversations.
I think Rock mentioned that you guys are the big spenders so far at the winter meetings. How does that kind of feel that you got a big deal across, and I think the biggest one of your time in Baltimore so far?
Yeah, we're the winners here, I think, of the biggest free agent contract so far, and I hope everyone had that on their bingo card. It's fun winter meetings for us. So look, it was great. Like I said, we had these talks with Craig for a while, both sides. David Meter, his longtime agent, whom I've known for a long time. we expressed the desire to try to close it down so that we could focus on other conversations during the winter meetings. So I'm very pleased with the timing. Like I said, it's kind of nice to have something to talk about at these winter meetings, the concrete, and we don't force this stuff while we're here, but it's nice to go home with one of our big wish list items under the tree.
Beyond just filling the role you needed filled, what did you like about Kimbrel's 23?
I don't think that the Phillies get where they got without him. I thought it was a great signing and addition for them. He had a really solid year. He was an all-star. The first half was spectacular. The stuff is still great, which is just remarkable when you look at how long he's been doing this and how rigorous that job is. And he posts. He's thrown a lot of innings the last couple of years. This is a guy that shows up and knows exactly how to go about his business and how to do it. So we liked him at the like we saw in 2022 from him. We weren't really in the market, but 2023 was a step up for him, both in terms of stuff and performance, and our outlook with him ticked up after what he did. So I thought he very successfully went to Philadelphia and improved his position going into this free agency. But for me, what I like about it at the back end of our bullpen is we got a lot of left-handed relievers. We were a little shorter on the right-handed side, so Craig kind of adds to that. But he's kind of, the word we use is platoon neutral. I mean, he can handle left-handed batters. And so I think that makes it much easier if you're Brandon Hyde to plan, knowing that you can have him throw in the ninth inning and not really worry about if it's a pocket of lefties or a pocket of righties, because he can kind of handle both. And that's something with Felix down, we really could have used more of in the bullpen. And so we were talking to some of these guys that we view that way.
He gave up a surprising amount of home runs last year, perhaps some kind of bad home run luck. Do you think it'll help to get him pitch half of his games at Camden Yards?
I hope so. I mean, Philly's a great place to play, but it's sort of like how Camden Yards used to be. It's just really cozy. I think that's really common, honestly, when you're a strikeout pitcher with a four-seam fastball. There's just some seasons where you give up more than your share of homers, and we kind of hope was the case. But he's proven his whole career that he's very capable of making whatever adjustments necessary. This guy's had a remarkable career, and that he's still going this strong is cool. And he's chasing some big names on the saves list, so I think it's going to be fun for our fans to be a part of that and watch him continue to tick up the Hall of Fame type pursuit he's got with all-time saves leaders.
You mentioned still pursuing some bullpen help. Are those back-end guys, or do you like kind of the group you have for the 7th, 8th, 9th with Coulomb, Cano, the guys you have already in place?
I think we like it. I think, but we will monitor opportunities in the bullpen, and if that's trade or if that's a free agent contract that starts to look attractive as we talk, there's room for more. But I would feel like this group now stacks up really well around the league with what we have now, and we also have the possibility, depending on how our rotation pursuits and our rotation competition goes in Sarasota, that some of the talented guys that we have in that mix could spill over into the pen. So I think one thing that we've just got to keep talking about and keep in mind is, you're only allowed to have 13 pitchers now. The seasons are grueling. You want some flexibility in your bullpen, and we have less than that, I think, than in the past, because a lot of our guys are either out of options or graduating into arbitration or what have you, and we're not going to be able to, if we have a rough night, option people frivolously if we get too many players. It's something that every team has to keep in mind, especially with these new rules now.